Hey everyone, Josh or NFT Bro here, and we are back. Third Kingdom episode 2 is live, so it's time for a full comprehensive video of everything that you need to know for episode 2. We'll start off by touching on some of the stuff from earlier episodes. We'll look at how to buy Kingdom coins, and then we'll look at the Archipelago. We'll look at how to make a squad, how to get started with missions, and how to turn that energy into Mycelium, which can be redeemed 1 for root. Alright, let's jump straight in. So here we are. This is the enterthethirdkingdom.com website. If you don't already have the game, you can click play for free or download and jump in this way. It will download the Futureverse Launcher. So here is the launcher. So if you've already got the game installed, make sure you've clicked update if that's here, and make sure you've got 2.0. If you're having any issues with this, I would recommend uninstalling the Futureverse Launcher and reinstalling it. Seems to fix a lot of the issues. Cool, but we will jump straight in. Here we are. This is the Third Kingdom, so we just click the play button. If you do need help, there is that how to play button underneath, and that's also accessible in the settings, which I can show you in a second once we log in. So yeah, here we are. Here is the origin island. So as I mentioned, if you do need any help, there is top right, we've got how to play and glossary. So how to play has how to explore your island, and the glossary has all of the different need to knows. So if you ever get stuck, come in here. As you can see, this is Origin Island, so if you were playing in episode 1 or 1.5, yours might look something similar to mine. You can see there's some new updates now. We've got some seagulls going around and some fish and some sharks and stuff, which is quite cool. I've got to harvest all of my extractors, so I'll just do that. Cool, so we've got all those resources now. So you'll notice on Origin Island, there is a few little differences. So when you upgrade something now, so for example, I upgrade this one here, this quarry, you'll notice that the upgrade happens in a few seconds. So that's upgrading to level 4, and boom, that is done. And I can next, you can see now, I can next upgrade this in 6 hours time. And again, this is similar to the production progress down here. So you can see that I can't collect any resources from my quarry for 6 hours. So the team have just changed this slightly, so there's a less requirement to check in as regularly. And just a reminder, on this Origin Island, the goal here is to prestige to earn energy. So when you click into your lighthouse, you can see over here I've got a cost of a bunch of resources. Actually, they're probably mostly behind my head. 1 second, I'll get rid of myself. So yeah, here are my resources down the bottom right. That's what I need, and you can see that I've actually already got enough. So on the left hand side here, I've got all the energy, I've got all the resources that I need to prestige to level 70. And you can see just above that there, I've got my current energy. So I will prestige just so we can all see what prestiging looks like, because prestiging is pretty cool. All right, let's click that button, and you can also, as always, you can mint the additional resources that you have for 5,000 kingdom coins. Now this is a perfect spot to show you, since I do not have enough kingdom coins, how to buy kingdom coins. The team have made some changes, so if we click this plus button, you can buy, I'm going to buy 50,000. So that will open up the website, and you just have to log in if you're not already logged in. Yep, so we just have to log in here. The team have said that they are looking at putting a higher kingdom coin purchases in if you need, but 50,000 is enough for me, so we'll sign and send that one. Cool, there's a little bit of a gas fee there, 6 root gas. It's going to cost me 167 root for 50,000. Oh, there you go, 172 root, sorry, for 50,000 kingdom coins. Cool, and there we go. It is done. It is done. So that might take a little bit to open up in game. We'll see. No, wow, instant, awesome, very quick. Cool. So now I have enough that I can prestige. I'll click that with all my resources. Cool. Yeah, so some extra resources there to be minted, and gained 5,000 energy. 5,200 energy, now level 70, and I have some new targets to hit. It's also way quicker to even just build stuff now. Look, it's gonna Everything just builds really quick. Yeah, so this makes setting up your origin island so much quicker. So I can just go through now and I can just upgrade everything to level 2 and then come back in 6 hours time. Cool, but that is all I'm going to show you on Origin Island. The main purpose of this is to jump across to the Archipelago, however you're supposed to say that. So yours will look something mostly like this. You'll see down here, ignore at the top, we've got a whole bunch of these little nulls, I don't know what you want to call them, atolls, there we go, that's what you're supposed to call them. So here's where you can place your SurrealScapes. So you'll notice as I click around, so this one here actually has team bonus, Team Cerebra get a 1% mycelium conversion bonus. So make sure if you've only got 1 or 2 SurrealScapes, make sure you put them on the ones with the bonus. See, not all of them have a bonus, but some of them do. So all you have to do is click place island, pick a SurrealScape and place it. And there it is. And I'll put another one here because this is the good ones. I'll put another icy one down. Put a wasteland up there, eh? And over here, put a starter one. Still got a few more to go. Okay, we've placed them all now. So just as a reminder, you can move around with the arrow keys, you can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, and here we are. So here is everything. You'll see there's a whole lot of flags. First off, let's show this Mycelium Totem in the middle. So if around the outside those flags are missions, if you can't be bothered with missions, you don't have time for missions, you can just convert your energy here to mycelium, which you can then redeem for 1 in here. Now the caveat with this is that this is the lowest conversion rate. So the conversion rate here is that your energy turns into mycelium at a rate of 16.5%. So if you did 1,000 root, you would get 165. Oh, yeah, 165 mycelium. But yeah, if you don't have time and you just want you're done, do that. But otherwise, I would recommend doing some missions. So here they all are. Here are all the flags. So the first thing before you do a mission is if we click into, let's just go into this one over here. So it's got 3 different missions. So there's 3 available. So you can see here there's all these different missions available. So if I just click into this, it'll say assign a squad. So if you don't already have a squad, you can, when you click into it here, you've got create and edit squads in the Great Hall. So that's where I'm going to go right now. So to do this, if you want to do this outside of the website, outside of the game, you just go to app.enterthethirdkingdom.com. And here we are. Here is there's a new tab in here, Archipelago, I don't know how to say it. And so we can see my squad. So I do actually have a squad created and it says it's deployed, but we'll create another one for the sake of the video. So you just click the plus button here and you can pick an image. So we'll give it the gold one and I'll call it the other squad is called the boss squad. So I'll call this one the almost boss squad. So you make sure you give it a name and then you can assign collectors. Collectors reduce mission time. So if a mission takes 20 hours, maybe they'll reduce it. It tells you when you're assigning it how much it's going to reduce the mission time. So you can just select anyone's. You can see here some of mine are already assigned to a squad. You can have, there are up to 20 slots available in the collectors, and you can see in the top right corner we have little ones next to these to show that these will take up 1 slot in my squad. Cool, so I think now I should have selected all of my remaining collectors. So that gives me 17 out of 20 down there. Cool, and then the other part here is guardians. So again, guardians you can have up to 20. So collectors up to 20 and guardians up to 20. You don't have to fill up your squad. You could try out doing less. I guess the results in terms of, so for collectors, maybe you don't get as much of a reduced mission time. And for guardians, how they work is they boost the success chance. So again, I guess if you have a full squad, potentially your success chance goes up even higher, or your success rate. So again, something to play around with. But as you can see up the top right here so far, 110 minutes will be reduced based on all of the collectors that I have. So now let's select some guardians. So in this one, you'll notice that some of the different collectibles have different numbers. So a party bear is 2, a fluff is 3, walkers are 1, brains are 2. So anyway, I'll go through and select all of the ones that I've got left. Again, this won't fill up my squad completely, but this gives me 12 out of 20. So we'll do that, update, cool. And that says that that's going to boost my success by 17, almost 17%, which is pretty cool. Seems all right. Cool. So I will save the squad. Yeah, if you're having issues with saving, so that seems to have worked, but yeah, definitely make sure you've got a name in there. Sometimes people are having issues because they hadn't put in a name. So yeah, on the app.enterthethirdkingdom.com page, you've got the My Team tab. So if you haven't already assigned yourself to a team, you can do that here. There were challenges in episode 1.5. There might be more in future, but again, there is also that bonus in there too. You can claim a token, and then down here you can enter the commons, which is kind of like a wee chat space. So that opened up a new tab for me, and then again you just log in, and that should take you through. Paste. You also have to make a profile, and once you've done that, I've just logged in with my NFT Bro profile. This will take you to kind of like a chat. And so there's a bunch of questions in here from people, and you can go to the chat tab over here and talk with others. So yeah, general chat in here. So the team gated rooms are obviously coming soon. Cool, so now you can see that my squad is in here. So a few things to touch on when you're looking at missions. So there's depending on how many SurrealScapes you have and how many land plots they have will depend on how many missions there are per. So I think if it's a 4x4, I think you get 4. If it's a 2x2, it looks like you get 2, and a 3x3, you get 3. I think that's how it works, yeah. So each of them will have a different conversion rate, or a different energy cost, sorry, and then a different conversion rate. So that's the second one, that's the 1.17, then a success rate, and then a time. Now the energy seems to be going from like roughly maybe like 5 to 30k, I think. The conversion rate goes from about 0.17 to 0.4, and the success rates I've seen as low as like 30% and as high as I think maybe 80. And timings, again, they seem to differ as well. Like we've got a 14 hour here, we've got a 21 hour here. Have a look around and see what's going to work for you. So we can deploy one here. I'll just have a quick look and see if there's any other better ones available. So I've got two options that I'm looking at the moment here. I've got one over here that's it's almost 30k energy, and it's got 0.27 times and almost 70% success rate. And then the other one over here is it's 0.32, slightly less energy and a lower success rate. You know what, I'm going to go for this one over here. So this is the 0.32, 0.5. So if I assign my squad to this, it will tell me how much it's going to increase. So it increases the chance of success from 0.5, 50% roughly, to 66.5, and the mission time reduces slightly, and the team bonus does have a slight impact there too. So all we have to do now is decide how much energy we want to commit to the mission. We don't have to commit all of it if we don't want to. I can commit up to 23,627. You can just, if you just want the max amount, you can just type 9 or whatever until it comes through. So there we go. So I'm going to commit my maximum energy to this to see, and so I will now be able to start mission. And so one thing to note here is that you need to keep these assets in your wallet for the duration of your mission, otherwise it will fail. So you can't sell them during a mission. Cool. And now that's yellow, that means that mission is underway with squad almost boss. Cool, once you have logged back in and the mission has been completed, it will look something like this up here, this green one here, mission ready to view. We'll click into that. So here we go, we have one here. This was a 55% chance success rate and it had a 0.39 conversion rate, which is pretty high. The highest is 0.4. I haven't actually seen one of those yet, but I've heard that that is the highest. So if I click view mission result here, it will tell me and it gives you a rating out of 3. Ooh, I got 1 star, so it didn't do so well. So if I calculate the percentage on that, so that is 0.16, so that's about 16.5%, which is the same as the totem. So I think in a way I've almost failed the mission. I got the minimum amount of mycelium I can. I'm not sure what the 2-star rating percentage gives you, but I guess that's somewhere between 16.5 and the full conversion rate. I've only had 1 and 3 stars at the moment, but yeah, so that is how that works. And missions reset every 6 hours, so it doesn't affect the missions in progress, but the ones that you have will change after 6 hours. You can also, if I click on this one here, you can also, there is a re-roll mission option. So if I click that, it's going to re-roll this current mission and it will cost me 1,000 kingdom coins to re-roll it. Re-rolls all of the stats. So if we do that, what does that turn out like? Not bad, but pretty low success rate there. Cool. Okay. And as I mentioned before with the Mycelium Totem, you can commit energy and it'll give you a flat rate of mycelium, and depending on how much you put in there will depend on how long it takes. So let's just put some in there for an example here. So I'll just we'll just do 5,000 energy, shall we? And so that'll take 50 minutes there. If you are looking to buy any collectibles for the game, go to the tradeverse.xyz and you'll see that there is a prisms in here, and there is also a SurrealScapes tab in here too. You can also get seekers on here. If you are wanting any of the other collectibles, party bears are available on here too. Those are all on the Ethereum network, so you can buy those on the likes of OpenSea or Magic Eden or one of those marketplaces. So just 2 other things to quickly show you. Obviously there is the thing here with the totem where you can harvest your mycelium. So you just click the collect button and it just collects the mycelium that you have turned from energy into mycelium at that rate that I mentioned, which is 16.5%. Also, how do we redeem that mycelium to root? You just go to your totem, click that convert mycelium to root button, and here you can see I've got 18,000 to claim, so I just click the max and click convert. And it's really as simple as that. Once I do that, I will then get the root in my wallet. That conversion is in progress, so I'm going to have 18,000 root in my wallet. Oh, just like that. There we go. Conversion completed. Oh, that is pretty cool looking animation that we have there. Awesome. So the root is now in my wallet. Cool, so I think that's all I wanted to mention in this video. If you have any issues, there is the support function on the Enter the Third Kingdom website. There's just a little question mark down the bottom right hand side. Or you could go into the Discord, all that common spaces that I showed you, or also you could just write a comment underneath this video. Interested to see how everyone's finding the missions and their success rates, and also wonder what the multiplier is for those 2-star ones. But yeah, no, it's a cool addition to the game, enjoying it, and I've got some more energy to use up, and I'll keep farming energy on my origin island as well. Cool, that's it from me. We'll catch you in the next video.